Trailblazers does 20%, and you have 3 uses of it, a later 5. So just keep that in mind. The teleporters do not restore technique points.
Yeah.
But they will fill you up to full health. Like so.
All right.
So all things to keep in mind. If you're in the middle of somewhere and you're like, man, I either can't go back or I don't want to have to go all the way back, his healing ability is nice to fill in the gaps, but you only have so much of it.
Since I'm still kind of early in this, and it seems to work out all right. Like it's not terribly far.
No. Especially with the
Tutorial.
sprint. Okay. Getting there.
There
So
you go, get
here,
some more technique.
2 points back.
Oh, yes, the platform.
The express isn't here.
It has to be nearby. Let me go take a peek with my sharp eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's alright. Better safe than sorry.
Wait, March!
And here's the boss.
The Doomsday
Yeah.
Beast. It's really here.
Get down here.
Is there usually a warp point thing right before bosses?
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes by design, because you can refight the bosses for materials.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one.
I could do things.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
So we have multiple targets here.
Yeah, how about that?
Check out
Most importantly, and by design, they're all weak to fire.
Was that a counterattack?
Revealed
Or was it actually its turn?
It was its turn.
Yeah, it was his turn.
This sanctuary is but a vision.
You won't get away.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Move carefully.
Okay.
Now, they haven't really explained this to you. It's a thing that's just going to happen. That middle enemy, which is like the main bar here, has 2 dots on it below the health bar. That means a thing. You'll see soon.
Wonderful.
Watch this.
Oh, I should have used the defend
Let's go.
thing. Well, let's do this thing.
Now you have a decision to make here. You could hit everybody, which is certainly effective. You could focus the main thing in the center. That's also effective. Neither one's really wrong.
Okay.
Combat is a series.
So the thing you're ultimately going to learn with this is that you're trying to be SP neutral-ish. So in a lot of situations, it's about who wants to be spending skill points and who wants to be basic attacking, because you can't have everybody just use skills every turn, obviously. In this fight, given the fire weaknesses, Himiko should probably be blasting every turn.
That's what I'm thinking.
What you want to do with the rest is, depends on what you'd like to do, what enemies are weak to, if March needs to shield, etc. But, either a Trailblazer or Don Hong's probably going to be on generally basic attacking to help keep you with skill points in your back pocket.
Perhaps you still don't understand. You already know
There's a certain ebb and flow to it, a certain math equation, unless you have like Sparkle, and then the math changes.
Well, yeah, but she ruins. She doesn't care.
Rules are meant to be broken. We've said that many times.
Rules are meant to be. Exactly.
Yes.
And hands. Left hands are made to be broken, too.
Yeah, so it's just out of the turn order for now.
So is there somebody to use the defend on, or like?
Anybody you want.
Yeah.
I mean, so remember, if you put it on March or you put it on yourself, your chance of being attacked are higher, but this boss tends to do a lot of giant AoE attacks. So putting it on anybody that you want to defend is probably a good choice. You could spend every turn just putting shields on every other character if you wanted to.
time for
Almost.
a detailed overhaul. Someone, come on.
Okay, I'm guessing that means the health bar is going to refill.
just total annihilation. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm not concerned.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
The power of cuteness.
Let's go.
Okay.
Combat is a series of precise machinations.
Now, this is our main target instead of one of the ancillary ones in front of it. It also has 2 dots above its health bar. And it takes a lot of damage when it's broken. This is where you can probably get away with not using any more skill points now that you have done that one. Especially because Himiko goes again before it does. This is a great chance to build SP for free. And
Does
you
it
were,
get its claws back?
you were right, it refills its health, so it basically has multiple phases when it has those dots. But as it starts phase 2,
You can't run.
So this Doomsday Beast is doing 6 damage.
Hey man, it's all about perspective. If you only got 5 health, that 6 damage is everything.
I mean, obviously she's going to be doing this.
which is also going to build her ult, which you could use. It will then break the enemies. It'll generate her follow-up attack.
Still don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It might even break the center one. I don't think the follow-up does quite enough to break
close, but yeah, I don't think it's there.
it. It'll be on a thread, I think. A little more, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it did
I
get
got
it. Okay. I thought I was going to have a sliver. I thought
She's
Jason
at
was
3
right.
of 3, but she can't do it
Yeah.
until I think somebody else goes.
Mm-hmm.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant.
So since the one on the right's already broken, I would almost hit the one in the center with this just to get the most damage out of it. No harm in hitting the one on the right either because it might eliminate him, so it's not like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that triggers even if it's already broken?
So she had 3 of 3 stacks. She just needed to wait for another turn to, like, she can't insert herself twice, it looks like, is the mechanic.
Right, and she can't follow up on herself, so...
Right.
Like twice.
So Don Hung had to go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Off.
But, this is a good time for this. Could maybe even freeze. Should freeze the one on the left.
It should freeze the one on the left, yeah. Oh, got the one. Got all of them? Oh.
Yeah.
You have the worst luck running into me.
No kidding. Alright.
Probably going to have to shield here.
Yeah, that's it. You may have wanted to shield. Ooh, you may want to pop that.
Rules are made to be broken.
His animation's cooler, for what it's worth. And I think his voice delivery is better on the line, too.
The galactic
Okay, hands are
baseballer.
broken.
Yeah, and this
I mean,
blast-
is it worth it to do the blast?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
It's more damage.
not only more damage and chance of burn, but you can see what it does to the stun bar, too.
Almost in all cases, I don't know if there's an exception to this other than like when you enhance a basic attack with a skill. Skills will almost always do more toughness damage. So when you're trying to break enemies, you're almost always going to want to use a skill, not a basic attack.
Yeah. That's why Don Hong's probably the best option for basic attacking in this fight in general, because Trailblazer also can break this centerpiece.
Yeah.
It's charging up a big attack that it's not going to have time for, thankfully, so... Now you can almost make the case for
Shielding
the...
is still a,
It wouldn't hurt.
yeah, shielding isn't going to hurt, to be clear.
With me out here, how can we lose?
The power of cuteness.
This breaks. May also kill. Which means he leans forward again. Only has 1 dot this time. And Himiko is sitting on 3 of 3, so not only is this going to do big damage, then he's basically dead.
Got him.
So So pretty clean fight overall. You were his next turn away from disaster, but
Oh, good. Now I'm dead.
yeah, you probably should have like used your ult or something to stop that.
What happened? What's the end of your story? Who is that?
Hey, oh!
Nope.
Gotta push the glasses up.
Mr. Yang, is he?
They're okay now. Let's talk somewhere else.
Okay.
Good old Welt. He was my first 5-star. I was like, yo, this guy's cool. He's got a cane.
Mm-hmm. And black holes.
Yes.
The space station?
Hello there.
Greetings.
Not bad. It would have been even better if you didn't faint, but thanks to you, the Doomsday Beast was as tame as a kitten. It had no temper at all. You are kidding, right? Get up when you feel better. Himeko wants you to go find her. I have something to do, so...
I'm guessing the trial is now over.
Pretty
By
much.
the way, we should exchange beacons. If you get lost or something, feel free to text me. Okay, off I go.
Bye.
You've been conscious for 4 seconds, and you have a girl's number.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Scroll. 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 Okay. All right.
What does that
Seems
do?
pretty useful.
I wonder.
Let's find out.
It's an
Come
Eidolon.
Ooh. Activate.
So whenever you kill anything with your ult, you get 10 more energy back. You usually need 100 for your ult, so it's just an extra chance to get it back quicker.
All right. Cool.
Only once per attack,
Right.
so I think even if you kill multiple with the AoE, it still only gives you 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because if
That's
it gave you
less
30
than
back,
that.
that'd be pretty broken.
All right.
One Stellar
One
Jade.
Stellar Jade, just for reading a thing.
All right. Well.
So you've essentially completed the prologue. This is actually a decent place to stop, even though there's follow-up story and you can get on the train and stuff like that. Like you have some other things coming up, but there is another, I think, hour or so before you actually board the Astral Express. So might not be a bad
Yeah.
place to leave off here just because of what time it is.
Unless you want to do a single wish or
Let's
warp.
do it.
Now, what are you, Doug?
It'd be a 5-star.
He'll be a 5-star.
I'm all about those early 5-star pulls.
But truthfully, I think he'd be better off pulling for either of the characters that are coming in the next set of banners.
All right. I can hang out.
Because
Yeah, unless you're going to pull for Fushuan, Ron Mei is probably the better option.
yeah, we have a really good hyper carry and maybe the best support in the game coming up in a couple weeks here. That would be both very good, I think, for a new account.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, specific. Yeah, gosh, yeah, that's true.
Because I like Boot Hill quite a bit. I think he's fun. I'd love to have him. I don't think you have anything that really helps him be his best. And
Yeah, the what do you want to call it? Well, I guess I won't say like which characters, but both Boot Hill and one of the next big hyper carries that are coming out are both they're made much stronger by having Ron Mei, who's a character that's on the next banner. Ron Mei is a character that almost the way that her buffs work is it almost makes every character in this game better if she's on your team, just across the board. It's kind of broken actually.
Yeah.
our good
it's-
ending point, by the way, is becoming Himiko and then going and standing next to Himiko.
Oh,
That's what I was wondering.
If you
like,
get too
I found
close,
her.
I think you're gonna trip
Yeah,
up
but you
that.
can at least stand near her. I don't. If you get too close, but if you stand like up here, should be safe. No.
Oh no! What about
No.
Oh,
you?
there
You need
it
to go
is.
down any of the steps.
No.
I had March.
Well, might as well watch the scene now.
I've only
Yep.
been gone, what, a few months? And
What
the
the heck is with
station's
those legs?
already in this state?
Puppet.
Welcome back, Herda. This is the true master of the space station. Genius Society number 83, Herda.
All right.
At least give me a proper introduction. Genius Society number 83? Of all my outstanding achievements, that's what you want to mention?
Yeah.
What you're seeing here is one of my puppets. I'm using her to talk to you. So, this little twerp has the Stellaron now? Huh.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll have to take a good look.
That smile at the end.
Truly amazing! I built a whole space station just to contain this unactivated Stellaron and keep the blue from disaster. Yet someone was able to achieve that with this little twerp's body? How did they do it?
I mean, I could tell you, but the twerp can't.
Moreover, the Stellaron is still very stable in his body.
You're right. This little one's body truly is strange. You can leave. I'm discussing science with what's her face? Himiko? Science exists in objectivity. There's nothing to be secretive about. But as far as you're concerned, I think it would be better for you to listen in. After all, I have a lot of plans ahead involving you. Speaking of which, Himiko, can I bring him in for some research?
That's not up to me to decide. You can ask him yourself.
What's your price?
What's your
Good.
price?
You, of course. Your body contains a Stellaron, which in some sense is no different than storing a bomb. Who knows what might happen? Maybe it'll blow you to bits someday.
Hmm.
You should be grateful that this genius is willing to help you out. I still have some interest now, but once that's gone, I'm not studying you even if you beg me. I'm very interested now. So there's almost nothing I won't accommodate.
Is that 10-year-old girl robot hitting on me? What the hell?
It's okay. She's like 100 years old. Don't worry about it.
She might even be a couple hundred years old. The way that they do their dating isn't exact. But she was alive in the last Amber era, which can be a couple hundred years, depending on. It's
Depending on how long the child has been missing.
This little twerp can only stay temporarily until the research is done. Or maybe I'll lose interest halfway through and they can just beat it.
And after that,
Not my problem.
you also have another option. The Astral Express. If you want, you can leave with us. The Express has its fair share of experiences with Stellarons. The thing you're worried about and the answers we're looking for are one and the same. Besides, we can come back anytime to let her to conduct her research.
But she's gonna lose interest.
Absolutely fascinated now.
Well, works for me. Keeps this subject fresh too. And that way, I won't need to keep worrying about this little twerp all the time. Perfect.
Huh.
So Herda's like, imagine like the most ornery and like hyperfixating old woman you've ever met. That's actually what's happening inside her head. That's why she's kind of a piece of shit.
Yes, give it some. Just remember to come back often. Make an appointment in advance with Asta or Arlen so I can make time to study you.
There's no need to rush into this, Herda. Asta's in the Master Control Zone. Let's let him have a talk with Asta first and decide for himself.
All
be
right.
waiting for you on the platform. It's no hurry if you still have things to do or someone to see. Come find me when you've made your decision.
Time for bed, though, guys.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I got a new message. But you're right next to me.
There are many different Hertas.
Good.
Got Dono walled.
This account is disabled. All right.
Well, there
bye,
she
Hugo.
goes.
Oh, out of here.
Mm-hmm.
The way to get her now is to pull for her.
Let's do it. No.
Well,
All right. Well,
we have
apparently
Nick taking the
some-
journey, as the game is fond of saying, because it's in a song you're going to hear coming up when you finish this part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll stick with it. We'll see. We'll keep you posted. If he does, he can even join us for future poll videos. Maybe they'll even be him polling. We'll see.
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
That is it for us. This is filling some of the time in between now and when the next Trails game comes out. We also recorded a Poker Rogue video that I was going to post coming up, but I'm going to do this one first, just because the timing makes more sense. So I'll look at you breaking everything. Next week we also have a run of Poker Rogue, where a few people chimed in on that one as well. We built a team, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And we also are still hoping to get to the top Mario list. We're buying ourselves a couple weeks to get that done with this. So we'll do music from the Mario games. That'll happen. And then all of a sudden it'll be July and Trails will be out. So hope you'll come along for the ride. Any last words from the three of you?
Peace.
Oh, God.
There you go.
What a fitting ending.
Glad to have all you guys on board the Astral Express.
They really want me to go do this.
They do.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll do that. All right. Bye, everybody.